What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is Thursday, August 22, 2024. It is 2:10 p.m. and we're closed for the day because we don't open today because it's Thursday. We close on Thursdays. What's up, guys and girls? How you doing? Here to make another video. And yesterday was a busy day here at the shop, and it was very profitable and it was very beautiful. And I wasn't here. I was with a bunch of my real estate colleagues, real estate investor colleagues, just our friends. We got together and had a dinner in a nice restaurant in Glendale, which is a very nice area, and it was fun. And meanwhile, the tire shop produced, and I got some rest because I was needing some rest. Talk a little bit about that, guys. It's once you get around over 20 years of doing this, your body really gets worn down when it comes to the muscles. And man, it just seems like back then, like about 4 years ago, I was saying, I'm so lucky my muscles recover by the time I wake up and ready to go to work again. And then let's say, a little bit more time goes by, like 1 year later, let's say like about 3 years ago, my muscles wasn't recovering fast enough. So when you wake up and go to work the next day, you're still sore from what you were doing at work. And now 3 years later, it's like it doesn't feel like I even recovered, like with going to sleep, like kind of that amount of a tiredness in the calves. For me, it's the calves. Everybody has different places that they get tired, but for me, it's the calves. And yeah, it just needs. And so like what I do is as much as I can when I get time, is I massage at night as much as I can with oils, eucalyptus oil, and that does make a big difference compared to resting. The massaging works more than the resting at night. That's how much of a difference the massaging does compared to the resting at night now. So just imagine how beat I feel every single day. But if I do it very consistently, then I'm able to like calm it down a lot, like rest it good. And it's really hard when I do events, or when I go to events and I get home really late, I don't have enough time to like massage myself. Then the next day I feel it. And let's say on Thursdays when I'm not working, I get a good amount of rest time. So yeah, that does help, because now I have, let's say, a full day to rest, not put a lot of stress on the calves. And plus, if I get a massage, if I massage myself, then it helps even more. So that's how crucial it is to take care of your body when you're getting already older in age, where it's really very tiring. And at times when I don't have enough resting period, when I don't have enough time to get to a massage, and I know the next day is gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna be so painful, and I do get very painful the next day. Well, not like super pain, but just like annoying pain. And towards the end of the day, it gets more like painful. Then those are the days I'm like, man, I wish I could get a day off, at least off of my feet. I would love to just like sit there and do paperwork, but it doesn't work like that when it comes to the tire shop business. And and so you can see that I do like to walk around, but it's still like right now I can feel it. I still feel it right now from yesterday. even though I rested and massaged myself last night and rested all in the morning, kind of, you know, I went to the gym in the morning, but I still feel the soreness in the calves and the front part where like your foot is, that little curve in the front, right there, especially right there. So yeah, guys, you know, start massaging your guys' feet now, your calves now, because if you're gonna be in this business and walk around a lot, you're gonna need all the recuperation you can get. And if you get the older people watching my video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, well, if they've been doing long enough and they have enough time in the business where they don't have to be working, now they're like more like relaxing compared to like being on it, then they got some good rest time. But if they gotta work like we do to produce a very, very good results, then yeah, you'll definitely get some very tired legs, ladies and gentlemen. So I just wanted to add to that because I've been through this journey long enough to like experience exactly how like the body feels when you like you're when you're abusing it because you're making good money, right? Like, yeah, every day make good money, like, ladies and gentlemen, high cash flow, a lot of sales. But what a lot of people don't say is you get tired and you get beat up on the legs, and you're hopefully recovering to do it again the next day without being struggling on your legs. And that's how it is with tire shop business, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, I still haven't had enough time to go and bring in the tires. We got it nice and clean. It's still nice and clean, and we just had no time because we were busy. In the morning, I was crazy busy in the morning yesterday, and we haven't even touched any tires inside. All the tires are still over there. You can see them. They're still all over there waiting to be brought in. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have an extra guy minimum, hopefully 2 guys, so we can bring them all in and organize somewhat. And I'm again very, very sure that tomorrow's gonna be very busy, and so we'll be knocking out work and organizing. You know, you always want that work, you know, it's that money to pay the bills, that money to put money in your pocket, and then so organizing is very important, but it's not like to the point where, oh, I'd rather organize and close a day to organize, and or hope it's slow. I hope it's slow so we can organize really good. We should never get to that point unless I've done it 1 time or 2 times, and I filmed it on a Sunday, but it wasn't because of that reason. It was because we were low on employees for that day. So it's like I know how much work it was gonna be, and it was just me and 1 guy. So I'm like, you know what, let's close, and just, you're still gonna get paid, but we're gonna organize, we're gonna take advantage, and because it was a huge mess, and yeah, all freaking hours go to organizing and make a huge difference. But it's not like we fully finished what we really want to do. But it was a huge help for the week, for the rest of the week, where now we can walk around all the aisles nice and clean, and we're able to get to the tires faster, which means my people can find the tires easier and they can sell them, and which means you make more money. That's what organizing does. It allows you to make more money because you're not the only one that's gonna be looking for the tires. You know where the tires at. It's gonna be like your team is gonna come to the back and look for the tires, and if they can't find them, they're gonna say no to the customer that we don't have them, and then the customer is just gonna leave and you get no sale. So that's how important organizing is. So important. There's so much things that's so important in the business. It's like, man, there's a lot of important things in the business. I wish it wasn't so many. but that's just the way it is. It's just like so many things that add up, and you have to be on your game all the time. You can't fucking rest. Like like my legs, they can't rest. You always gotta be organizing, making sales, buying tires. I wish I could be like, oh no, I don't want to buy tires for a long time. I have enough. But what happens is they sell. You have less tires, and you're like, okay, well, you gotta buy tires. What are you gonna sell if you don't got tires, right? So in reality, you have to do everything over and over and over at a good pace. But if you do that, if you do everything at a very good pace, like you're supposed to, then you will get results. That high profit is gonna come in. Those high sales are gonna come in. For high sales for your business is what I'm saying. I'm not comparing to other businesses, but for when you compare yourself to yourself and getting those high sales, then that's what it is. And making these videos motivates me where, you know, I gotta be on my game to make some videos, right? I can't be freaking having negative cash flow and talking about, hey guys, this fucking great business, you know? Now it's more like we're killing it over here, and I make videos, and because I'm on my game, you know what I mean? It's like you continue to not only that, it's like growing forward. I'm talking about like getting very uncomfortable and doing things where it's like you don't even think it's possible. I'll share with you one right now. An example is like, now talking about real estate a little bit. I'm trying to buy this property in my hometown. It's a duplex. That's for me it's a high amount, but in reality it's under market value. So I know someone that knows the owner, and I gave him an offer, and they accepted it. And now the hard part is qualifying for the loan. So I got down, pretty much I negotiated my number I wanted. I got the down payment from a 1031 exchange, and yeah, the owner says yes. You know, everything's right, and now it's about, can we qualify to get this property with the banks? And now it's gonna be like, okay, let's say yes, or if it's a no, then okay, what's your plan B? So my plan B is something like, okay, well, I find a third partner, because I'm already having a partner for this one. So I already got a partner, so we get a third partner come in with equal amounts, then it's like higher chances of getting it. If not, then a plan C would be look for private money to maybe pay down the loan a little bit, and being easier to qualify for it. I mean, we got to find out how we're gonna do it, but again, it's very uncomfortable. Where like, yeah, the numbers make sense. Where it's buying at a lower price than what it's valued at. The numbers make sense where it's like we got a good enough down payment for, you know, it's 20% down is what it is. I'm putting 20% down to buy this thing, so that number works. Now the number of, do we qualify our income, or the rent of the duplex, does that help to qualify for the loan? It's just, it's that we'll find out. But it's like I'm throwing the kitchen sink at it. It's like I'm gonna go hard and try my best to get it. If it's a no, then I gotta go plan B. It's a no, I gotta go plan C. But I'm trying my hardest. Everything I have, like everything I own, like let's just man, let's just do it. You know, just fucking grab this thing, and then we'll figure out after we own it. Then it's like, okay, now it's like we can rest a little bit, but we can't. We can rest a bit, but we can't, because now we gotta start the business. We're like, okay, what we can do to improve the value of this property? What we're gonna do to increase the rents? Are we gonna go Section 8? You know, or forget Section 8. We have enough very good high demand pool where we can rent to these people, because there's a lot of high income earners in this area, and you know, there's more than enough people that would want to rent. But anyways, the whole point is this, man. Like, I'm trying something really hard right now. It's like, I'm already in the freaking hole and I'm trying to buy another property. It's like, man, how the fuck am I gonna be able to do it, you know? But again, it's like they say an entrepreneur is like if you're going skydiving and you pretty much throw yourself out of the freaking airplane and figure out how you're gonna land when you have no parachute on you. You gotta like put on the parachute while you're on the way down and figure out how the fuck the parachute works, and hopefully you land and you don't die. That's the way I see entrepreneurship, and that's the way I see real estate. But you know, we have to have a very strong foundation, and I chose the tire shop business for this. And I love it. I love the tire shop business where let's say you become broke one day, but you have like all these like incomes coming in, and the tire shop is still producing money. The tire shop is, let's say, like, if the other incomes don't come through, well, guess what? I know the tire shop business income will come through and save your butt. Because everybody's got to have tires, right? Everybody's gonna have patch your tires. Everybody's gotta have good tires, period, or else it's like you ain't going nowhere with that car if you have flat tires. So one way or another, that tire shop business is going to produce, but you gotta make sure you take care of yourself, where you are able to come into work, produce what you're supposed to be producing, come out, close up, and then come back in the next day and do it all over again, and over and over and over. So that's why it's like very important. Like, you gotta take care of yourself first, and make sure you get enough rest. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Make sure you're not addicted to substances. Just so you know, I don't drink. I mean, I drink like the non-alcoholic beers, but nothing alcohol. Where it's like, that's gonna make you like want to stay asleep and not wake up or show up late and all that. You know, that all that affects you show up late and all that, or hours and no one's there to work, and you got customers waiting, and there goes your money. They went to another shop. So you gotta be on your game all the time. Every single freaking inch you can get an advantage on, you better take that freaking inch. Because guess what? The next opportunity might only be an inch also. And then you gotta take that. You get several inches, then you get to a foot forward, and then maybe it's only inches that you just can get at the time. Maybe you can't like walk a foot at a time. You can only like move an inch forward at a time. Hey, I'll take that all day long, all day, every day. And guess what? To do work of an inch, it's easier than do work than like a foot. Just an example, like you go home and rest. Okay, you go home, rest, and massage yourself. Just an example. You go home, you don't spend money, and you save it. Yeah, you go home, you save the money. The next day you put it in the bank account, you deposit, and you get good sleep. So go to sleep at a good time for yourself to wake up, or you don't feel all super sleepy. So all those little things is not that hard to do, but it does take some power to some willpower to do it, right? And then so you get all those things done, and you think, okay, you wake up, you eat either here at the shop or you whatever, but the doors open at the time you're supposed to open them. Get your guys, your workers at the same time, at the same pace you're there. They can knock out the work while you eat, or you knock out the work and then you eat after, or you eat before, whatever it is. You make money, you make money, you make money, and you make money. And then You do it all over again, pretty much. Hopefully, with enough of those times, you make enough money where you can make that money produce money. And now when you make your money produce money, one day you'll be able to not work if you don't want to. So that's the whole goal, in my opinion, is for financial freedom. The whole goal is to never have to work again in your life if you don't want to. And it's a beautiful thing when you are working and you want to work and you don't have to work. I'm not there yet. I'm just saying that's my goal too, you know. Financial freedom of like the stage 2, where it's like you're pretty much locked in for life, you know. Stage 1 is like, okay, you have the possibility to do it, but it works sometimes, it works sometimes it don't work. What happens in real life is like, yeah, you have enough passive income to work, to not work, but then some unexpected expenses come and you gotta pay them, and now it's like, okay, now you gotta work again. Like, you know, that's kind of how it works with the stage 1. But stage 2 is more like, you know, you're really locked in forever. Like, you don't have to work forever, you know, if you don't want to. Oh, it's good water. So yeah, doing things long enough will eventually get you to that financial freedom, but you do have to take risk along the way, and the higher the risk, the more rewarding you'll get to. So for me, it took me very many years, long years, to build up my risk tolerance. In the beginning, I was super conservative. Then little by little, I got more risky, and now I'm like more riskier in doing my in my case, my investments is my real estate business, where it's like cash flow is less, but appreciation is higher, because in these markets out here, your properties appreciate much more than properties that are very far away from LA, which where I have been used to operating is properties very far from LA. And so now I'm trying to buy out here. It's a bigger risk, lower amount of cash flow, or just making enough cash flow to pay for the mortgage only. And you're kind of banking on that appreciation, or in my case, buy in cheaper, so you're walking into equity already. And hopefully, you know, in the next few years, everything goes great, smooth with your property, and it appreciates and appreciates and appreciates, and that's how you can make more money than making money on your cash flow. Because making money on your cash flow in this case will be a few $100, but let's say in a few years of equity appreciation, it will be probably like a few $100,000, you know. So it's a big difference in the type of risk you're taking, but you're able to make more. But this is just an example of one deal of like what I'm currently doing. It's needed, in my opinion, to try to take things to the next level, where you're gonna try to make your money work harder for you, and you don't have to always work for money for the rest of your life, right? So that's what I'm talking about a little bit. I got a little lost in the conversation. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna just try to grow hard. You know, it's every day, man. We're doing really good here. We're working hard. We're producing what we're supposed to be producing per day, which is higher than average, better than average every single day. And we will continue to try real hard to get to the next level. And it's really hard, very, very, very hard what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to this next deal, it's gonna be super freaking hard. The last one took super fucking long to do, and this one's gonna be super freaking hard to do. It's just getting harder and harder, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna try to knock it out and one day hopefully rest, man. Hopefully we freaking rest when it comes to just like working at the tire shop business, and you know, all that money from the tire shop business will go to me instead of all the properties. Because it's multiplying the properties, but one day I'm not gonna need my money to multiply. One day I'm gonna be fine with tire shop money just adding up. Which, if you're starting out in the business, your money is just adding up in the beginning. When you start investing in properties, your money multiplies. But it takes money to make money, so that's why it's like a lot harder, and that's why I really want to get to the day one day where it's like, oh, I can rest again. I can just work, come to work, pay my bills, go home, and that's it. You don't gotta worry about nothing else. But we'll see, because you know, I'm pretty ambitious. So I say this now, and then later on I'll be like, hey everybody, I'm buying another property next year, right? It's like, oh shit, here we go again. Whereas like, you choke and grow. And it's funny because I wrote on my goals in December 2023, I wrote down one of the goals was the longest choke and grow of my life. And yes, it's been the longest one, and it looks like it's gonna continue for past or to like December time. Well, on this deal, it's gonna take that long, I think. But it's gonna take like 2 more months. We're already August, mid-August, right? So September, October, or like November. It's always that one November 1st days where like, that's where I can see like my freaking my light at the end of the tunnel. And now we're gonna do this project included inside that timeline, and I just can't wait till the end of the year. Oh man, it's just a lot of work, non-stop. It's like, what did I get myself into, huh? No, but it's for the better, it's for the good. It's like, if you understand money, you know that you have inflation just kicking your ass every single day, month, year of your money. And if you know investing, especially real estate, you know that inflation is actually backwards. It's actually good for real estate. It's pushing the values of your property up and up and up and up. It's really inflation, but it's you call it a hedge against inflation, where it's like your money is making more money than what inflation is going up. And real estate, again, it's just that one vehicle where it's like so powerful in many ways, where your money's making money all over the place, you know. And yeah, you have to suffer with the cash flow when it comes to like real life sometimes, but when it comes to equity and the value of the properties, they're just spitting out freaking money left and right. And like, I'll tell you this much. For this year, how much money I made in the tire shop business and how much money I made in the real estate business, and I'm talking about equity wise, I made more money in my real estate business than I've made in the tire shop business this year. And it's like, wow, because there's multiple properties that are growing in value all at one time, and we have apartments and mobile home parks in the last let's just say from the beginning of this year. I have some serious rent raises in the out-of-state mobile home park in North Carolina. I had rent raises in my 8-unit in Bakersfield, and then by the end of November, you know, it's gonna have some pretty good rent raises on the mobile home park that I just bought. And I had like a little few rent raises here and there on the other stuff I have, but it doesn't bring in a lot of value because just a little bit. Those are the main ones that oh, and some sales. To add to that, I sold a duplex where I made a good amount of money on that one. But it's a 1031, so it all goes to the next property, to my mobile home park. And that's a California mobile home park. And so adding all that, it came, I forgot how many hundreds of thousands that was, but it's much more income, it's much more than what I made here at the shop. The thing is, here at the shop, it's realized income, where it's like you can get it, spend it, pay for your bills, pay for your rehabs, where the other one, real estate, is all the money's trapped in equity, you know. So all the money's just tied up in equity. But the good thing is, because it's there, it's like it's kind of like an account where that interest is growing and growing and growing and growing nonstop. So a month, 2 or 3 months pass, you don't realize it, but your money is growing pretty fast if you have multiple properties. And that's why I do what I do. I'm like, I know I'm freaking kicking my ass right now where it comes to like all this hard work is being put to properties, but I know those properties are just growing in value big time every single month, every single 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So if you would have the option, hey, would you want to have this amount of money in cash, the same amount of money, or the same amount of money in real estate, and then let's just say you had it in cash. Well, in 4 months, that money went down in value because the equity inflation just eating it up. But if you have it in real estate, that money just growing. So it's like, what would you want? You know what I mean? Would you want your money to grow, or go down? Not even stay the same, it just goes down in value. And so that's your options. You get to choose whatever you want. And I choose that. I want my money to keep growing and growing. And I'm like, oh yeah, like you choke, you grow, and it's like you got no money for yourself. It feels like at times, or bare minimum, right? Like have enough to pay the rent, have enough to gas and pay for your food and stuff like that. Because you're just rehabbing, doing properties and all that. But hey, that money just continue to grow and grow. And that's the position I will always want to be at. So like, I guess until I retire, because at retirement age you have a different story. Now you like want to extract money. So I much rather just let it ride, baby. You know, just let that value grow until whenever you're ready to extract money from your investments. If you want to sell, if you want to just cash flow even more, or do a 1031 into a property that is not built for appreciation, that's built for cash flow. So that would be like an out-of-state property that's just gonna spit out a whole bunch of cash flow from rents, but it's not gonna go up in value. Well, it might, but I mean, you get the point. It's kind of like one of those things, like it's either this or this, you know. And it will be more on the cash flow side. You want to continue to do real estate and to make even more cash flow. If you want to do that in the future, you have the option to, because you have a lot of equity, you know. And that's why I continue to choose this route. I'm gonna continue to choose this route, where it's like pushing all your freaking hard work, energy onto the next asset, and watch that asset closely and let it perform, let it grow, and we will get ahead. We will continue to move forward in life, and sometimes struggle. I'm not gonna lie, I do struggle with money when it comes to it's time to buy another property. So then you gotta put all that money into the next deal, and then you can, you know, rest a little bit after you get that deal. You continue to work. Now you get your let your pockets rest a little bit and just let them get fat a little bit more, and then you gotta improve the property after that. So then you get another choke and grow. But anyways, I'm just very excited about this, and not to mention today's my real estate meetup. If you guys are in the LA area, it's gonna be in El Monte Crudos restaurant. on Durfee Avenue. Very short notice because I want to load this puppy up right now and then take off to the meetup. But just know it's every month. You guys are welcome to come. Want to sit down with Ali Mama, talk tire shop, talk real estate? Hey, I'm open for anything. You know, have a good time, meet new people, network, grow your network, meet some new people. You never know how you can help them out, how they can help you out. It's better than being home and talking to nobody. Just an example. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to grow and you have a room full of investors, let's say there's like 25 investors that are investing in real estate, or you know, whatever you're trying to get into, right? In this case, real estate. And then you have the option to either just go home and watch TV, or you go to this event where you can meet a lot of people that are doing things in real estate in many ways. Then it's like, well, you know what? I think I have a better choice learning, growing, meeting people like this than not actually participating in an event like this at that time, at that point in time. So let's just say it's like, in this case, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Okay, I got the option of going there, or I got the option of just watching TV, you know, or just an example, or whatever, cutting the grass. I think your time is better spent investing your time in events like these, especially when it's free, because we're not charging. I'm not charging for this event. It's just come in if you want to buy some food, if you want to buy some drinks, or if you don't want to buy nothing. It's all up to you, whatever you want. But that's the way I see things, and that's why I've been able to grow so much because I've been going to the meetups for many years, talking to people and getting new information, and yeah, continue to see what we can do in the space that we want to be in. In my case, invest in real estate, buy properties at a lower price, fix them up a little bit, hold them for a little bit of time, and then sell them for much more, make some money. All right, guys, so I'll let you guys go. We'll see you next time. Mamba out.